Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another Alliance War video. This one is jam-packed with fights. I don't know how many fights exactly. We have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 to 10 fights, something like that. We're versing DSVG, and this is war number 6 of the season. So this marks the halfway point of season 25. Going into this war, I currently have only one death against the thing mini boss, where it's like 2% health or something stupid. Where Assassin just totally screwed me over. So that's the only death so far. And this war I had a lot of fights, mainly with Torch, so I was feeling good. First fight here with Doom, I get a shock on me from Dexterity, which is honestly I think one of the dumbest mechanics in the game. So that does just a bunch of damage to me on its own. And then, you know, you have to run away from Doom so he doesn't stun slap you. He went for it. I played well, though, got away from him. But I still took a bunch of damage. And because I had to dance around with him while the shock was on me so that I wouldn't get slapped, then Aggression Fury piled up and he got a couple of Furies. And then the parry I took did like 3k damage or something. Just a really silly interaction, honestly, for evading his special. Oh, you evaded his special? Good work. Here's a shock debuff. Okay, that's fun. So it was the second fight here. I was looking at this, and I see that it's not Protect, it's Bulwark. And I was like, oh, okay. This is the first war of the season where we don't have Protect. And I was like, oh, okay. This should still be fine, though. You know, Taters assigned me this fight, and it should be all good. I read Bulwark, and I'm like, okay, it shouldn't really matter too much. We should be fine with Magneto. Just gonna be annoying if we get some indestructibles, but we just play around it. You can see we're still doing a lot of damage, and now that he's magnetized, I think we're just bypassing the node anyways. And if you throw a special attack, you get rid of the indestructible buff, and then it goes on a cooldown once it expires or is ended. So yeah, that fight went really well. I had no problems. That was Munash's Spider-Man. And yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. You know, Bulwark, haven't really seen that all season. Then I look at my next fights. I'm like, all right, Bulwark again. Mordo's not metal, shouldn't matter. Mojo shouldn't matter with Torch. Should be melting him. So here, I use a lot of potions this war. So there's 2 potions already because that for Dexing Doom special, there's 2 potions. And so we got a Mordo here. This fight should be very easy. It actually has guidance placed on it as well, so I'm able to just parry stun Mordo and punish him. So that's like what makes Mordo difficult. So the fact that I could just parry makes this even easier. Just such a good matchup with Torch here, and nothing really to worry about. I just wanted to throw my power there because I didn't want him to get the power from the node where it like takes my power and then it distributes it to both of us or whatever. And yeah, I get absolutely melted in less than 30 seconds. That fight went really well. So you see I left a little note for myself. I'm like, Dex off for Mojo. I don't want to forget. So this war is actually going on when the Odin Arena was going on. It was the first day of the Odin Arena. It was the Monday. Because for War Attack, and then War was on cooldown for Tuesday and Wednesday. So yeah, it's nice that the next 2 days I didn't have to worry about War, but the first day is kind of annoying because I had to keep changing my masteries. When I was doing these fights with Human Torch, I didn't want to have suicides on, so a lot of mastery swaps, which is pretty annoying. So yeah, after I finish these section 1 fights, then I'm going to throw suicides back on to go back into Arena, and then I had some fights in section 2 that I could keep suicides on for, which is cool. But yeah, so here Mojo with Dexterity off. This is just a super safe fight. Not really too much to worry about. Just make sure you're baiting his specials. That's really it. It doesn't really matter if you do his prompts or not. By the time you do like 5 of them, he should be dead by that point in the fight anyways. So yeah, I'm just trying to bait out these special attacks. And if it's an L1, just take it on the block. I mean, if you have Dex off and he throws an L2, you should also take it on the block or else you'll get hit by it. But the special one, it's just great because it has so many hits that it's just feeding your Smolder, which is always a really good time with Human Torch. Here we trigger backup recovery, that's fine. Take that special attack up against the wall. We're looking good. Throw my special 2. I just want to push myself out of the wall because if you don't have Dexterity and you're up against the wall and Mojo goes for his heavy attack, you're screwed unless you have a special attack to to propel yourself out of the wall, essentially. And yeah, the fight takes about a minute, but it goes pretty well. We don't lose too much health. And yeah, I left a note for myself, I think, to turn decks back on, because I've done that where I like, okay, I turn decks off, I turn it off, war goes well, and then I just forget to turn it back on. And like sometimes I've even forgotten, and it went to like the next day in AQ, I was fighting like a mini boss and I was getting hit. I'm like, am I really that bad? And then I'm like, oh my god, I don't have decks on, what am I doing? So into section 2 here, we actually realized Taters, who plans all of our paths for every war, he planned out the entire war attack thinking it was Protect, but it was Bulwark. So we had one unfortunate death to an Apocalypse mini boss, because we were going to try to use Warlock and cycle specials, but with Bulwark, metal champions are armor break immune, so that strategy didn't really work. So we had one death from that little error right away there. And then everyone who joined, we had to like kind of figure out, okay, do we need to make changes now? Because once we've already brought our teams in, we can't change anything. So we have to work with what we got. My path didn't change, even though it was Bulwark. So yes, I think some people's paths changed a little bit, but we figured it out. It wasn't too bad, just a small error that could have costed us, but it ended up not being too big of a deal. And yeah, I was a little bit worried about this fight, but I actually really enjoy fighting Cosmic Ghost Rider. His special one's actually really easy to evade. It's actually really fun to evade as well. It's very satisfying to when you get the full evade on it. Feels pretty good. And yeah, this fight's going pretty well. You can see I'm just evading that special one like perfectly every single time. And yeah, I got an armor break, permanent armor break on me that's actually just healing me up. I'm taking some damage from recoil, which is kind of annoying. I had suicides back on for arena at this point, and I was like, all right, I don't need to take them off because Magneto, you know, he's pretty suicide friendly. And yeah, we get through that fight without any real problem. Goes pretty well. And then next up here we have a Thor Ragnarok. Again, this dude is metal, but we're just gonna keep on using Magneto. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Gonna go for another potion just to heal up some of that recoil damage. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump on in here. And it's okay if we trigger the indestructible, you know, not the biggest deal. You can see when we're bypassing his ability accuracy, and we get a crit on the heavy, it did like, that first heavy did like 11% or something. It's a pretty solid damage. When we don't crit, we're still doing about like 10k heavy attacks, which is really solid. And yeah, I think Magneto's just turning off the Bulwark node, essentially, not triggering the indestructible. Always a good time when that ability accuracy RNG works in your favor. And yeah, we're up to 9 prowess. I think I'm just gonna go for the special one here. Yeah, it does some pretty good damage, and he's dead. So at this point, I was feeling great, man. Just absolutely crushing the path. I've had like no problems at all so far this war. I'm gonna go ahead, drop suicide masteries now for this next fight. We're gonna have a couple more torch fights and then a magic fight, and we can put suicides back on for the magic one, but we don't want them on for the torch one. So gonna heal up torch again here, and this was actually the point where the invulnerability boost drought finally ended. So at this point, I had 2 invulnerability boosts. And the plan was to use one for the next fight. It's a Hyperion on Rage. I'm going to be using Human Torch. I'm going to play it safe. So I was planning to use an invulnerability boost for the next fight. This fight here first, I've never fought a Sorcerer Supreme here, but we fought a Mordo here a few times and a Hyperion here, and it went very well with Torch. Had no issues at all. I don't think either champion even got to a special 3. Even if it did, I could have tanked at least one, and yeah, had no problems. So yeah, I thought Sorcerer Supreme here, I thought this was going to be a pretty easy fight. The special one was kind of annoying, so I'm like, you know what, let me bait some special 2s just to get rid of more power, you know. But they're going to be a big problem in a second here. Every time she's activating the special one, she's activating a nullification aura, and every time she throws a special one, I'm evading it and I'm dexing it, and that's giving me a buff. And then as soon as I go close to her, she nullifies that dexterity buff, and you can see she's just getting a lot of power. So I'm like, you know what, yeah, we got to bait out a special 2 here. So I'm trying to bait it out. She's not throwing it. I dex, and she nullifies the dex, and she just doesn't throw the special attack, and she goes to a special 3 because of Mystic Dispersion level 5. I have 99% health, and I'm dead. Are you kidding me? Like, when I died to Thing initially, my first death of the war season, I was pissed off because that shouldn't have happened. If it wasn't for Assassin, it wouldn't have happened. This death, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, okay, that's just stupid. That I felt like I was playing good. I didn't feel like that was really my fault. That's a very silly interaction with the MD level 5, the Nullification Aura, and an AI that just won't throw a stupid special attack. So yeah, we died. And what pisses me off is I was planning on using an invulnerability boost for the next fight. I could have just activated it for this fight. I just didn't think this fight was going to be an issue. Because, you know, I fought Mordos here before and they were fine. I thought the fight would just go by quick enough that it wouldn't be an issue. But it was. One special 3. Class disadvantage. Boosted rank 3 health. Still one-shot me. Full health. 99% health. Like, that's ridiculous. If that didn't one-shot me, I could have clutched the fight out. I know I could have. That's just, man, it's unfortunate. So I throw in the vulnerability boost, wasted a ton of potions healing up for that Source Supreme fight, healing up our boosted rank 3. God, it's terrible. And now we jump into this Hyperion fight. So I have the invulnerability boost on this fight. So I'm not worried about special 3. I'm really not worried about anything. But of course, I'm still going to be trying to bait out those special attacks so that he doesn't go to special 3. Right there, kind of sketchy. He got really close, but he didn't throw it. And my plan is just going to be to take his special ones on my block so that I can get smolders, just to try to make the fight go even faster. So far so good. My temperature is getting a little low because I haven't been able to block the special ones. This one we get a full block on, get a ton of smolders. Again, boom, a ton of 5 smolders off that. We're at 15 now, which is amazing. The power stings are doing work. Our Nova Flames are doing a good job. We got the pre-fight active. And this Hyperion, he's being very cooperative, and he's trying to melt me, but he's the one getting melted. And yeah, this fight is almost over. He just keeps on throwing those special ones. I'm like, all right, dude, yeah, keep them coming. It's fine by me. Hyperion goes down. And of course, we didn't need the invulnerability boost. The fight we needed it on, we didn't have it. And the fight that we had it on, we didn't need it. That's just infuriating the way that works. So I have one more fight left. It's just a Doctor Strange. I'm going to be jumping right back into Arena for Odin after I finish this my path. So I'm like, all right, screw it. Let's go full suicides, and then let's jump back in. Or no, I just go half suicides. I'm going to put full on after. But yeah, with magic, just half is good because then you can actually heal from recoil. But yeah, I had it like set up to get back into Arena. Just 3 more points. So I threw on a Mystic boost and a Power Start 1 boost. So at the start of this fight, I just want to see if I trigger Limbo. If I do, I'm going to let him hit me a couple times just to build up my power. And then go for a reparry. And boom, look at that. 1 combo. We're at the special 2. Get him locked down. The fight is essentially over at this point. We just need to keep him locked down. I'm not going to go for anything risky. I've already died once this war. I don't want to die again to some bogus AI intercepting me or some garbage. So I'm just going to play it nice and slow. Just parry, 5-hit combos into special 2s. I'll go for the stand-up intercept after the special just because that's like 100% safe. Best case scenario, you land the intercept. Worst case scenario, they just block it. So there's really no risk in doing that. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep parrying for my openings. Just take this slow and steady, man. I was just annoyed after the Sorcerer. I already died to 1 Sorcerer Supreme. I don't want to die to another Sorcerer Supreme. Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I don't need to die to another one. So just gonna take it nice and slow and steady. About a minute in, he's almost down. 20% left. We're still got plenty of health to work with. Not worried at all. One more special 2 going to be enough. Almost get a nice crit, and then we end it with 1 more combo. So there we go. Path's done. I feel like I played pretty well this war. I used a ton of potions. That one fight just annoying, man. I wasn't even like mad. I was just silly, just laughing about it after. yeah, unfortunate. We did end up winning the war, thankfully, even with my stupid death and with the planning errors. We ended up with only 5 deaths as an alliance, and they ended up with 8. So, yeah, GG's to DSVG. Got a couple friends over there, some other YouTubers. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the death. Drop a like if you did. That's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you guys think. That's 2 deaths for the season now, but yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out. Oh, wait, I forgot. Also, we got the power rating. This is the halfway mark of the season. So, yeah, we're 41 kills, 2 deaths, 95% solo rate, negative solo rate bonus. Our power rating is 46.75, and we're currently 3rd in BG3 and 6th overall in 4Loki for power rating. I know some of you guys have been asking for this, so I figured at the halfway mark we do it, and then at the end of the season, or close to the end of the season, we'll do an updated version of it again at the end of that war. But yeah, that's going to actually do it now. Thank you so much for watching. Sticking to the end. You're a real one. Peace out.